Hey y'all, this is Mike with Ink and Audible. Happy Black History Month, everybody. I want to say that first and up front. I wanted to take a moment to talk about something that is important, and I think is something that's going on right now that's relevant to all of us. It may not seem like it's relevant to the site, but when you talk about Ink and Audible itself, which is a YouTube channel about book reviews, which when you boil it down, that's really about the power of the word, both written and spoken. There is a connection. So I'm sure you all heard about Don Lemon being arrested and then released along with three other Black journalists. The reason why I want to talk about this is because for me, I actually always loved the power of journalism, wanted to be a journalist, actually have a graduate degree in journalism. That was where when I first got a degree in when I went to school back in the day, and actually did work for a brief time in journalism before switching to reporting. But I always believed in the power of journalism. And when you look at the history and you look at what, think of somebody like Frederick Douglass, think of somebody like Ida B. Wells, they were activists, but they were also journalists. I mean, the reason we know so much about the Black lynchings that occurred all the way back in the late 1800s in the early 1900s is, Ida B. Wells. She was in the trenches telling us what's going on. And without her doing that, who knows how history would have colored that in our current times. It's easy to, I think, blow off what's happening as just the Trump administration trying to instill some fear. But I think it's actually sort of deeper than that. Fear is a part of it, but it's not the only thing that's going on here. Don, who everybody knows is on CNN for the longest time, has kind of, crossed over into what I call new media, YouTubers, podcasters, and sort of in this new realm where there's nobody really controlling it. He's actually in a position now where he's free to say what he wants to say and speak the truth as he sees it, but also as facts tell him they are. And he doesn't have to be accountable to legacy media, which is, I hate to say it today, pretty controlled. A lot of the wealthy own legacy media. We've seen multiple stories in recent times about phone calls and things that are happening behind the scenes, resulting in stories that should be pushed on the air being pulled off because there's just a control there. There's an ability to take away or remove something that somebody doesn't like. So Don sort of having this growing and bigger presence on YouTube and with his podcast, and I actually looked to see how many subscribers he has on YouTube. He has 1 million plus. That's a lot of people you can reach. He's probably reaching, people or more people, and will reach more people on YouTube than he was on CNN. So silencing his voice is actually becoming increasingly important. And for me, what I see isn't necessarily the fear piece, but it's the legal piece that if they're able to somehow win this case with these civil rights charges that they've brought against him, then you're setting up a situation where now they have the precedent they need to go after other people who might be on YouTube, who might be podcasting, who might be Twitch streamers, or, just tweeting, or not tweeting, but posting on whether it's, X or Blue Sky or whatever platform you're using. You say something that isn't like, now we've got the precedent to go after you and silence you. And that's a problem. That's definitely a problem. And that's something we should all be aware of. I think if you're out there yourself as a YouTuber or out there yourself as a podcaster, and you're speaking politics and you're speaking in terms of things that may rub the existing or current administration the wrong way, you need to have your head up, because this could come back to you. It could be something that you say that triggers them coming to look for you about what you said, and then kind of go and pull up the microscope and look at everything you've said, in your digital footprint, and all of a sudden you're in major trouble. So I think everybody needs to keep their eye on this. Don't fall asleep on what's happening to Don, and how that could work out, could impact you too.